Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. Okay. On the Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from the top betting experts. Choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when these systems have games. Download the app for free using the link in our description and get a free 2-week premium trial using the code TFTM. The normal free trial is 3 days. Kind of a big deal. Upgrade your sports betting research today. Okay, let's get into the show. Okay. We're here. We're back. Three for the Money. New episodes every Thursday. And the Masters is over. I really didn't pay attention to it. But that was the big event that happened the past week. But before we get into that, let's get into a quick recap with the boys. Sean, how are we doing? As you take a drink of your beer.
Doing all right. I did. Doing all right. Gambling wise, I'm trying to bet on the NBA playoffs more. There's enough trends out there that support these options. So I'm really enjoying the play-in games right now. I think I went 3-1 on those last night.
Okay.
I believe.
Nice.
Right on. Chris?
I'm all right. Sun was shining today. I've got my health. So that's good.
Anything else is good?
Ain't gambling wise?
No.
No.
Won a few Masters bets. That was nice. But other than that, not really.
Okay.
Sunday and Monday were pretty good. Other than that, no.
Do you want to talk about it? You okay?
It's just so bad, man. Like, it's been like a month and a half now of just, I feel like I'll go really cold for like a few days, and then I'll start to get like a couple days where I'm like, okay, got some good breaks here and there. I think I'm getting out of it, and then today I'm right back in this shit. So it's been all right, I guess.
Okay. Well, moving on.
You want to talk about it? Yeah, it's been rough. Okay.
All right.
Anyways,
I haven't been doing much gambling since last week. This week has been kind of hectic. We adopted a cat yesterday. But other than that, I returned as the king of college hockey, as the great people of Twitter already know. I put a double unit play on Denver to win the Frozen Four, right when the Frozen Four started at plus 450. They took home the natty, and now I'm up like over like 11 units. And the single games, I think I just did totals. I went 2-1 in those. So that was great. Shout out DU, the Pioneers. Love them boys. Um, another great year of college hockey in the books. No, I
Was that
followed
fine?
it.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I know I've been following it all season. But yeah. What was it? What was it, Chris?
Was that the final game on Sunday or Saturday?
It was on Saturday.
Saturday? Okay. I remember I had a decent day on Saturday because I took Denver money line and they were like plus 220.
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
I can't remember if that was, and then I cashed two in my Masters futures on Sunday. So I couldn't remember which one of those or which day it was. So thank you, Will, for keeping me afloat.
You're
Yes,
welcome.
and I put this in our gambling chat. Like, if you had tailed Will for every college hockey bet that he gave out, you'd be up almost 14 units.
Mhm.
And guess who's up 14 units because of Will? Me. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's why I'm here. For one weekend. College hockey.
It's
God,
it's just the Frozen Four. It's not like you bet it the whole
Yeah.
season.
yeah, it's just the Frozen Four. It's not college hockey. It's the Frozen Four. It's
You should
betting
be
on three separate games.
you should be putting like house payments on these picks.
I don't know, man.
You're
It's
just so
so hard.
automatic at it.
Yeah,
Do they have lines on regular season games?
yeah.
Get in on that, man.
It's really hard to follow college hockey. Like they don't make it easy at all. Like ESPN doesn't really cover them. It's nobody's really like has a pulse on it. So it's kind of tough,
You can
but
be that guy.
I guess I could. That's
You,
just
you could be that guy.
I guess I could,
If
but
there's anyone in America who could, it's you. The guy who's called the last two heavy dogs.
yeah,
It's just outright Frozen Four winners. Just saying. There's a market there to be cornered.
I guess. It's just yeah, like, and they're
Don't
not
sell
really
yourself
like,
short like that.
well, they're
You
not
can
really
do it.
like on TV either. Like,
So you think I watch like a half the games I bet on?
yeah, but you watch some of them.
Yeah, some.
I
I
could
can't
barely
watch.
watch some.
I can only watch like maybe like a few baseball games a week, and I'm betting on more than that. Maybe that's my problem.
Like they'll come on ESPN Plus sometimes, and also like the Big Ten Network that it has it's all on like all these streaming cable services, so you can watch those. But like if a college basketball game is on versus a college hockey game, they're not going to show the hockey, and so it's like it's very difficult. I mean, I'll try. I'll give it the old college try. Will Palmer has tried a lot of things in his life, uh, so I could give it a go. I could give it a shot. Um, what's so funny, Chris? What are you laughing about?
Will Palmer has tried a lot of things in his life.
I have tried a lot of things.
Will Palmer is known for experimentation.
Scientific queries, if you will. Um, but whatever. That was big. That was my big betting thing that happened this week. Probably gonna hit the MLB this week with some trends. And we'll see what Trends Center has to say about the NBA play-in, if they even kind of count that as a postseason. I don't know. But we'll see. Try and pay attention to those. So, but yes, let's move on. Um, I mean, do we need to talk more about the Masters? Because that's what I have written down.
I mean, Scotty Scheffler is just that guy.
Yeah, I
That's
know that. I know that everyone's kind of comparing him to like how Tiger was being favored like 2-1 in his prime to cash all these tournaments, and then like the fact that Scheffler was like what, like plus 450 or something
something like that. Yeah.
to win. Like everybody was like, "Why the fuck is this happening?" It's like, well, fucking Vegas was right.
Yeah.
They were
And
right.
I feel like every time there's like a new young guy, Grant Scotty's not new. He's been very, very good for multiple years now. But anytime there's like a young guy who's like really good, it's like, oh, next Tiger. Like, but it's like I can't remember if it was. I don't think it was the Masters, but there was like a major where Tiger was minus odds to win.
Yeah.
That's like what? He was like minus 120 to win.
This is golf.
Yeah.
Anything could happen.
And Scotty was 450 or whatever, and people were like, "Oh, that's like why would you pay that kind of price?" It's like still plus 450 for the guy who's gonna win.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I got. I did last week. I did place that free $5 bet on Tiger to make the top 20. Um, after the first 2 days, he made the cut, and it was like, hey, Tiger might be back. And then he proceeded to have the worst round of golf he has ever played. That was, I mean, I didn't pay attention to it, so obviously I didn't have much emotional investment, and it was a free bet, but it was like, that's kind of funny, you know? It's kind of crazy.
He didn't play that bad on his last day because yeah, I saw he played like absolute shit on Saturday. So Sunday I woke up and I was like, I'm gonna live bet every hole and just bet bogey or worse for every hole. And I think like not six of the first seven, but like he bogeyed maybe three of the first like six or seven, and those are always like plus odds. So I was like, okay, I'm up. And then he parred. Like I didn't do every single one. I did like the first like 10 or 11, and then from like 8 to 16, I think it was he parred every hole.
Okay.
So it was pretty impressive. But yeah, after like because I stopped after like 11, I was like, this motherfucker. Like, can't count on him for anything.
Yeah. Um, I mean, that's kind of it. Next thing we got is NBA playoffs. I personally don't have any takes ready, locked in the chamber. I don't know who's playing who. I do know that the Warriors got eliminated by the Kings, which is kind of hilarious. Um, but that's really all I got. A lot of noise about the Celtics and the Nuggets meeting in the finals. Um, but you know, as everyone knows on the planet that knows anything about the NBA playoffs, the first round is dog shit. It's complete dog shit. It's like the first three seeds, they're all sweeping, and then the four, five, six maybe be interesting. I don't know. We'll see.
So the play-in tournament, like, who is going? Do we know which teams are fighting to play Oklahoma City? Is it whoever wins Sacramento and whoever the hell?
I don't even know. I haven't
Okay,
even followed the NBA. Got a crazy week here.
because I think whoever plays Sacramento could beat them, or plays Sacramento, Oklahoma City. I mean, could beat them. Oklahoma City, I could just because they're new. They're the new kids on the block. They're all very young. I have no faith in them to really make any noise.
Hmm.
They remind me of the Kings from last year. It's like, oh, they haven't been here in a long time. They're the 2 seed. Like, they could actually make a run. They get bounced in the first round by a veteran team. So
Yeah,
whoever
man.
whoever
Probably.
they end up playing, if there's a good like plus sign next to that series win, I might take that.
Yeah. Um, Love to see Chet Holmgren and his drug dealer beard not in the playoffs.
I want them
Um,
to lose so bad. I that damn commercial that him and SGA are on, I that makes me want to like hurt myself.
My
I hate it so much. I thought it was just going to be for the NCAA tournament, and no, it just keeps coming on. Like every time I'm watching television, I see it at least twice. It makes me so mad.
yeah.
So yeah,
Uh,
I'm rooting against them. I know I'll see that commercial probably until the day I die because I hate it so much. But I'm rooting against them solely for that commercial.
Yes, 100%. Um, it's just like also they didn't really. It feels like they didn't really put a lot of effort into it, like the players, Chet Holmgren and
The commercial?
SGA. Yeah, in the commercial.
Oh, I thought you meant like the season. I was like, they're the one seed.
No,
But
no,
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 I agree.
no.
I mean, they're also like NBA players, so
Yeah,
I
have a little
don't.
fun. You're
But
singing.
I hate that commercial so damn much. But yeah,
You're singing like Shania Twain or whoever the hell that is.
don't think that's.
Who could
I
it be?
don't think that's.
Alanis Morissette?
I honestly, actually, this could be bad. I do not know who sings that song.
Neither do I. Um,
I'm googling it right now.
What song?
The What a Girl Want, or that song
Oh.
from the Chat SGA.
Oh,
what a
okay.
pro wants.
Yeah, but that's not
Oh
the.
God.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I'm looking. Christina
Okay.
Aguilera.
Ah.
Yeah, I knew that.
No, you didn't.
No, you didn't.
We just said who sings that.
It was very far and
Will
back into my brain.
explicitly said, "I don't know."
You can't just like, yeah, I have no idea who that is. That's Christina Aguilera. Yeah, I knew that. No, get out of here.
Yeah, I knew that. It was deep in my brain. It just it just needed someone else to say it.
I'm just gonna start doing that with everything. Then it's like, oh man, I think I know it, and then as soon as someone else who is smarter than me says it or looks it up, like, oh yeah, I knew that. What are you, the
Yeah,
stupidest person ever? Who doesn't know
yeah. Lots of successful people do that. Um, okay, I mean, there's your NBA playoff preview. Uh,
Oh, we finally got to that.
yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
We're just gonna talk about the Thunder and the Kings.
Well, no, I'm calling back to an earlier episode where
Oh.
mid-February Will goes, and maybe next week we'll have the NBA preview. And Chris
There's
is
like
like,
a month left in the season.
Chris is like, it's February.
Hey, we're just talking football. That's all we do during NFL. Okay. I guess I could pull up, like if the NBA posted that on Instagram. Let me take a peek. See here.
I do kind of like this may seem biased, as many of you know, diehard Pacers fan. Pacers minus 110 to beat the Bucks. Don't hate that. I
Do we
wish I
know?
got it before Giannis got hurt, but
Right.
I mean, I hate Doc Rivers. He's the most overrated coach in basketball right now. But especially if Giannis can't go, the Pacers have beat the Bucks 4 of the 5 times they played this season. I know it's a regular season, whatever. I might take that just to have some fun.
Yeah. I mean, Pacers have been playing pretty decent.
They're a good team. I mean,
I've
they're very fun in that they just, as soon as they get the ball, they just haul ass and don't give a shit about defense. So maybe not the best strategy for long term, but they could beat the Bucks.
yeah, it's fun. Yeah, the Bucks, like I've heard they're like up and down really the whole season, and they got Doc Rivers, and he's a career choke artist.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I almost kind of want the Bucks. My ideal scenario: Bucks get to the second or third round and take like a 3-1 lead, and then I bet on whoever they have the 3-1 lead on to win the series. That would be ideal. But if I can't
OKC
get
is a
that,
1 seed.
yeah,
That's crazy. I did
they're
not know that
playing.
they were that good.
We just talked about.
I
Do we
yeah.
not? Did I mention that?
No, I mean
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I did.
you were like the Kings could play OKC
I think it's the Kings and the
Pelicans.
no Pelicans. Oh yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, Kings and Pelicans. I think winner of that plays OKC.
Yes. All right.
Are the Timberwolves a 2 seed? Is that correct? Or are they a 3? They're a 3 because the
They're a 3.
Nuggets are 2.
Yeah.
On DraftKings, the Suns are minus 130 to beat them in that series.
I mean, it's KD and Devin Booker.
I mean, I get it, but it's still a 6 being a minus 130 over a 3. It's the NBA for you.
And the Timberwolves are a very young team, very unproven. So, I don't know. Let's see. It'll be, I think the Clippers Maverick series could be very interesting. We can see what Luka can do with a little bit of help. And the Clippers are kind of a super team. Kind of. They're like an old super team.
Is Kawhi hurt? I
uh,
I do not follow the NBA very closely, so I don't. I thought I heard that. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, Clippers unsure if All Star will play in Game 1 versus Mavericks.
Okay.
So I mean, Mavs are minus 125. If you want to hop on that.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, the Clippers, like, they have, as much as it's worth, they have James Harden and Russell Westbrook and Paul George, who are all three of them are very unproven, but like they've been ballers at points. So
None have had very much success in playoffs, though. Kawhi has the most. I mean, obviously won a championship, but
yeah.
other than that, though, he hasn't really done anything.
Well, he was on the Spurs when they
Those
won.
Spurs teams are pretty good, man.
Yeah, they were very, very good.
I don't know if did he win it. I think he won a ring with them, but I don't think he really played that much.
He won a ring.
Did he?
He was on a team with Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I just can't remember if he was on one that won, and
Yeah.
I don't know how much he played.
He got at least one with the Spurs. I think the Magic have been pretty hot this year. And they're playing the Cavaliers, and I think the story out of Cleveland is Donovan Mitchell has just been dragging this team to the playoffs, which more power to him. He chose money, you know. now he plays in Cleveland.
He's been playing really well. Have you seen like the TV schedule for that series?
No.
If they're on, it's like when they're on like ESPN or ABC, it's like 1:00 in the afternoon. And if they're on like prime time, it's NBA TV. So nobody gives a shit about this series. It's hilarious.
Yeah, Orlando. I mean, I've heard they've been pretty good.
I mean, yeah, they're in the playoffs, but it's just like
Mm-hmm.
two very small market teams.
Yeah. I mean, I would love to see Jokic just destroy the Lakers again.
I mean, that's what the Nuggets do. I mean, they've just dominated the Lakers for the last like 2 years, I think.
Mm-hmm. And Jokic just shows up and does his job, and then he leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing to it.
He's got to go take care of his horses or whatever.
Yeah.
Right?
He's like, let's get all these series done quickly.
But he wants to win, though.
Yeah. That's the important part. I mean, the Knicks are going to choke again somehow because they're the Knicks.
Do we know who they're playing yet, or is that being decided right now?
The winner of the Sixers Heat.
Okay.
Which I guess is tonight.
Yeah, it's right now.
Oh, how's that going?
Sixers are up by 1 with 6 minutes left.
Sixers by 6.
Up by 1 with 6 minutes.
Need the Sixers to cover 5.5.
I mean NBA, and it's they can win by 15.
Not worried about it right now.
Hmm.
But speaking of NBA gambling, do we want to talk about Jonte
Yes.
Porter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Banned for life.
Banned for life. Like, apparently he went like 0-3 betting on the Raptors or like against the Raptors.
Oh, see,
Like he was betting against his own team
So
and went
then
0-3 because they won.
that's
so then what was like the whole thing? What was like the whole thing with like I thought it was like his player props is what like brought on the investigation. Was he actually betting on that?
I
Yeah.
didn't take a
I
look.
think he was also giving like outside information. Like, oh, I'm not getting that tonight. Or like, oh yeah, I'm getting
See,
over
yeah,
this. Like, yeah.
yeah, that's what I was kind of surprised where from what I read, it made it sound like he only bet on like the Raptors to lose. It's like, bro, if you're sitting out, if you're gonna like take yourself out of the game 4 minutes in, I mean, if you're already gambling, take your unders.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like try to fuck over your team.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna check myself out because if I don't play, we ain't winning." Like somebody was making money off of him not playing.
Hmm. Uh, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it. I didn't really get to do a deep dive on it, but I think someone in our group chat was like, he risked it all for 70 grand or something.
I think he went up like 20K.
I
Dude.
looked I looked up his career earnings. He has played 37 games in the National Basketball Association. He's made about $70,000 per.
Per game.
Yeah, he's made about 3 million since he was an undrafted free agent in 2019. He didn't. He played in the G League a lot. He's made roughly $3 million in his career.
That's
He makes $70,000 a game.
He played about 30 games. Yeah, just his career earnings per NBA game played. Like he
Yeah.
has G League games. I didn't care to look up his G League stats.
It's like he gets paid more per game than Caitlin Clark does for the whole year.
Yeah, and we'll get into that here in a second.
Yeah.
But I just will never NBA players like if you're NFL like an NFL player who's like the like backup special teams or whatever, like your roster spot is nowhere near guaranteed. So if you're dabbling in gambling, you're incredibly stupid, but I kind of get where you're coming from. This guy was playing in the NBA.
Mhm.
And if you can just be like a whatever man off the bench for 5-6 years, for like a whole 5-6 year career, you can make a shit ton of money in the NBA.
you make
With how much
generational
they
wealth.
pay. Yes, with how much they pay. So an NBA player risking all that, I mean, that's that's so stupid.
Yeah, that's pretty ridiculous.
I feel zero. I mean, I don't feel any sympathy for any of these guys because they're already making a shit ton of money. But that I especially feel nothing for the NBA players who are going to piss it all away for 3 bets.
Yeah, like you're already playing a game for a living.
He made $3 million. He played in like 30 games. Like,
That's
what are we
ridiculous.
talking about?
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy. I mean,
And it wasn't like meaningful.
It's so
Like
easy.
he wasn't playing. He's not playing like Steph Curry minutes. He's very much a role player in the true definition of the term. What are you doing? Like, just take your check and go home, man.
yeah.
I don't know. I just no sympathy. These guys are,
I mean,
especially
yeah,
like,
no sympathy really. Athletes know they can't do that.
oh, especially
Like,
like in this day and age, they tell you it's like
yeah.
if you do this, you are fucked.
Yeah.
Like no, like there's no second chance with this thing. And if you still do it, I No, I don't care.
No, like you're not supposed to be doing this, and you think you can like make a little side cash while actually getting paid for your real job. No, I don't feel any sympathy for you, really.
I mean,
Sorry.
unless he was in like a bad way with some bad people, which that has not. I feel like that would have come out. Yeah, I feel nothing. Kick rocks.
All right, there's our NBA playoff preview slash news segment thing. All right, now we are moving on to the NHL playoffs, which I've been paying attention to more. Um, More in the West. I know the East is kind of like a pillow fight. Lots of teams that are kind of well, as of today, nobody is fighting for a playoff spot. It's now just kind of a seeding right now. But just like a couple of games today. Like I think only maybe one game actually matters today. But the playoffs start Saturday. Uh, the confirmed schedule for Saturday and Sunday is Islanders Hurricanes, and then Leafs Bruins, and then Sunday is Lightning Panthers and Capitals Rangers.
And there will also be
And
8 teams from the
I don't know what else
West,
is going on.
but they have to figure out seeding.
Yeah. Seeding isn't quite finished for the West yet.
I mean, the Western teams will play on Saturday and Sunday as well. We just don't know who yet.
Yes. But those are the Eastern Conference games that are already confirmed. Um, let's see. Quick takes. I think that the Leafs are going to lose in the first round again.
Yes.
But if they win, I think if they win against the Bruins, they could catch some fire and make a deep run. But that all super duper depends on if they can get out of the first round. They got out of it last year, but then lost to, I think it was Florida. Um, so it's a big ask. Then Islanders Hurricanes. I think uh, the Islanders have been kind of up and down all year. They got Patty Waugh behind the bench halfway through the season, and I think he's like 19-12. I saw it today. He's all right, I guess. He's made kind of a little bit of a run to make the playoffs. Um, but this Hurricanes team, they are the betting favorite to win the Stanley Cup. I think they're minus 400, not minus, plus
What?
400, plus 450.
I was like, minus 400
Yeah,
is already like set in stone. Like, no need to even watch this.
yeah, I meant plus. Yeah, I mean they're kind of on a freight train from hell. They had a like kind of like a rocky start to the season, but they've caught fire. They traded for Jake Gensel, uh, and they're a really fucking good team. It's pretty freaking wild.
I take
I think
Canes in 6 in that one.
yeah. Um, if I'm
I feel like the
calling
Islanders could be a little
number of
scrappy.
games,
Especially
Yeah,
at home.
yeah,
yeah, they could be a little scrappy.
They'll win a couple at
Game
home.
game like 2 and 5 at home,
Mhm.
or 2 and no,
No, between.
yeah, it'd have to
No.
be both home games.
Yeah. Okay. Whoops.
Playoff math.
uh, and if I'm picking a number of games in Leafs Bruins, if that series doesn't go 7, it's not going to be worth anything.
They'll make it go 7.
Yeah, some fuck shit will happen. There's enough bad blood between those two teams that some fuck shit will happen.
Bruins in 7.
Bruins in 7. Sunday, Lightning Panthers. Lightning slightly worse than last year, but they're never count them out, honestly. And the Panthers at one point were the best team in the league. Now they're not. Now the Rangers are. They won the President's Trophy. Yeah, man. I think this will go 7-2.
Tampa's plus 145 to win.
I think that's
Worth
a
a
pretty
little
decent bet.
Sprinkle.
Little action. And that's also like, man, I hope that series goes 7 games too, because those two teams hate each other. I think that'll be great. I think it'll be like a ton of overs. I can see it now. Overs every game.
Overs
then-
everywhere.
Overs everywhere. And then Sunday, the second game, the Capitals at the Rangers. Like one of you were saying earlier, there's always a one weird. It was you, yeah, you, Chris. There's always one every year that doesn't make any sense, and it's the Capitals. So I don't know if you guys know this, but I want to surprise you. One of you go to your NHL app and then look at the Washington Capitals, their goal differential. I
Oh,
want you to look at that right now.
It's I don't know what it is exactly, but I know it's absurd.
It's like 38.
Like minus
30 minus 37.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Does any of hold on?
Minus 37.
There are 2 playoff teams with minus goal differentials in the playoffs.
Who's the other?
How
one?
is that possible? The Islanders minus 18.
That makes more
that's
sense.
pretty bad too.
I know, but that makes because they kind of just had to go on a heater just to get in. Well, I guess
Yeah.
the Caps kind of did too. Well, the Caps had to have a lot of things go their way. But I mean, Vikings made the NFL playoffs 2 years ago with a just awful plus minus point differential.
Yeah.
And they won a playoff game.
True.
So
There it is.
I'm taking Caps. What was it? I had it pulled up. I'm a sprint half unit. Caps plus 340.
Sheesh. Yeah. I mean, just a little sprinkle, like.
Yeah, and I mean, I know it's like it's wasting money. I mean, the New York Rangers, President's Trophy winners, every President's Trophy has had immaculate success in the playoffs. Every single one.
Yes.
Never lost a
Yeah.
series. All cup winners.
Yeah.
That is a curse.
Yeah, it is.
That curse is real. Yeah. Look at that, Chris.
Just saying. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, plus 340. Throw a half unit on it. Why not?
Can I tell you that I
Yeah.
hate that I have that pennant?
Yeah, it's painful. I don't much care for it.
It doesn't make me feel good anymore. Like I was thinking, I was like,
Builds
this is all I have. This is all I have.
Do they not have like a division winner banner at least or something like, to give out?
know.
At least that's
I don't
kind of
know.
like, I don't know. It feels somewhat better for some reason.
Yeah, along with my Western Conference Championship pennant in the living room as
Hey.
well.
Whatever.
They make me mad.
That
They make
means
me a
something.
little. Yeah, it makes me a little mad that I have them though.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah, but it's fun to think about that team. Not necessarily how it ended, but the ride that we had along the way.
But at the same time, you look at it and it's like, who gives a shit? It's like,
Yep.
we didn't do anything with it. Like, that's what makes me sad about it.
The Western Conference championship banner. It's like that was awesome, especially because we were the Capitals that year, just barely make it in, and get
Yeah.
hot. So that means something. This one
Yeah.
and like other ones from that year don't.
Yeah. No. No.
Hmm. Um,
But
I think
I'm really
there's
hoping the
only
Preds can play the Nucks though.
yes,
That'd be
Playoffs.
that is a
All the
very winnable series for us. The way that I see it, because the Nucks always find a way to screw up.
well, I think it's more winnable than playing through the Central.
Yeah, the
It's
Central is a rock fight.
yeah, I don't think it is like winnable. Like
it's more when
it's more winnable. Yeah, like
Hmm.
no, I get what you're saying.
you get what I'm saying. Cool.
Yeah, it's not like whew, we got the Nucks. Like let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's just like all right. Well,
It's really just I don't want to play the Stars
yeah.
because they're really good. Like
Yeah, they would beat the fuck out of us.
yeah, and like
Um,
it's kind of a double edged sword because that travel's gonna suck for
mhm.
players.
Yeah, and I think the only other series in the West that's confirmed is Winnipeg, Colorado. Colorado is kind of on a skid right now. I don't know who's favored. Probably Colorado. But
Yeah,
like,
the Jets are plus like 125 to win the series.
115 on DraftKings.
Yeah.
that makes a lot of sense. With Winnipeg having just a super hot goalie right now, and Colorado never really replaced their their second line center. They don't really have a lot of secondary scoring outside of McKinnon, who is probably going to win the MVP if it's not him or McDavid or Kucherov. Um, so it's kind of tough. It's if you look at their roster, like Winnipeg's roster together is, I think, a better roster than Colorado's as a whole, because Winnipeg has a goalie and their decor is tough and they have depth. Whereas Colorado is they don't really have they have an okay goalie and but they have the star power. They have Kale McCarr and Rantanen and McKinnon. Uh, I don't know if Landeskog is ever going to come back. He won't come back for this time around. But if they had Landeskog, then that would be a different story. Because
So
he's
who
a difference maker.
so who do you have and in how many games?
Say Jets in 6 or
So
7. I could very much see the Jets
I'd
taking it in
probably say
7.
Jets in 7.
Jets and 7 on DraftKings is plus
Just
475.
a rock fight.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
That might be worth a little sprinkle.
Full action.
A dusting, perhaps.
They only have lines up like the correct series score lines up for 3 of them though, which I don't get because they have like normal it's like who's going to win the series for everything that's been decided. But for they only have 3 correct scores up, which is dumb. But yeah, I don't hate that. I might sprinkle it.
Jets in 7. Like it.
Other series. We got. I mean, as of right now, it's the Stars and the Kings. Um, the Stars, I think they're plus 600 to win the Stanley Cup. That is pretty good. I think they're the best team in the league. I think they're better than New York. The West is a blood
It's
match,
built
and
different.
the East is a pillow fight. Yeah, like there's a different brand of hockey in the West. It's kind of wild. I think that the Stars are going to beat the shit out of the Kings. And then the other series is Edmonton, Vegas, and that one is tough to call. I think Mark Stone's going to come back for like game 2 or 3. I think he's not good for game 1. I think I saw that. But definitely some cap circumcision going on with the LTIR and shit. But
Is that
that'd be
the
really
right
interesting.
word?
No, it was a joke I was making.
Okay.
You mean fraud?
He said circumcision, but he said it in a way like he was like,
Okay.
"Yeah, that's what I meant to say." I was like,
I'm gonna be honest. I totally missed that. I don't know how.
Yeah, the cap circumcision. Uh,
Jesus Christ.
so it's tough to bet against McDavid, but also like it really isn't in the playoffs. Like he's not proven anything. And Vegas just has all the star power. I just think maybe it's too much. It's crazy the amount of elite players they have. It's fucking
I hate it.
insane.
I hate it.
Yeah. Vegas also doesn't have decent goaltending. Same as the Oilers. So
Overs.
I think, yes, overs definitely. Uh, I think Edmonton in like 6. I think that's pretty good if that happens.
Interesting.
Um, but that's it. Like,
Oh shit! I
it's
forgot
like
they moved up.
McDavid's he's got a,
I forgot they moved
yeah,
up from
because
third, from wild card 2 to third because the Kings lost.
right, and
Yeah.
we have the tiebreaker with them because we have more points,
Mm-hmm.
but they have less regulation wins, so they're
Yep.
below us.
Yep.
So yeah, that's all I got. That's all I got for the NHL playoffs. I think it's going to be fucking awesome. I think it's going to be a great fucking time. Yes.
I have a
Chris?
question. So this whole Red Wings Flyers Caps drama that went on, was it last night or 2 nights ago?
It's been
It was
both
last night.
nights, I think.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
But so when Torts pulled the goalie with the game tied, like I know. So explain that. Like I know it's like they needed to win in regulation, but the Red
Yes.
Wings had already at least gone to overtime. So even
So
if
their hopes were done.
yeah, so okay, so the Red Wings going to overtime, the Flyers were eliminated no matter even if they won that game. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering because I
So
know. Okay, go ahead.
so the Red Wings needed the Flyers to beat the Capitals
Mhm.
in order for them to make the playoffs. But the Flyers wanted to win. They had to win in regulation in order to have a chance at the playoffs. But with the Wings already going to OT, it canceled the Flyers' chances.
Gotcha.
But they didn't know that on the bench, that they didn't need to pull the goalie. So the Red Wings fans are mad at Torts
Oh.
Okay.
because they needed the Flyers to win against the Capitals, but the Capitals won,
Yeah.
and so they went to the playoffs.
Okay, because I was wondering if like obviously he didn't know if the Red Wings had already gone to OT, but like even if like Philly had won that game with Detroit going to overtime, if that would have mattered, well, mattered for Philadelphia. So I guess
No, it wouldn't have.
it didn't. Okay, I was curious about. I didn't know if. I mean, it's still not the best move by Torts, but I mean, yeah, in his eyes, had nothing to lose. So
Yeah, I mean, when you think like we have to win this in regulation, this is our season on the line. Pull the
even
goalie.
if like,
yeah,
I mean, even if he did know Detroit had already gone to overtime. Who cares? Like, what's he supposed to do about that?
Right.
Like, he doesn't owe them anything.
Yeah, but you want to win, obviously. But
Yeah,
so
that's
that's the whole thing.
okay.
Yeah. There was lots of Detroit fans are big mad about that. But you know what? Welcome.
Fuck him.
Another year that the Wings stink.
Hate
Don't
to
make the
see it.
playoffs. You stink.
Hate to
see it. I think that's it for the NHL playoffs.
Yeah.
All right, I'm moving on.
Yeah.
So, Sean, if you could, please pull up Caitlin Clark's contract, because this was a topic of discussion that we were going to discuss. I saw someone on Facebook big mad about how like her signing bonus was like 30 grand and like Victor Wembanyama's was like 2 million or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was like nobody watches the WNBA.
Because exactly, and that same person, all these people who are mad about it aren't going to watch a second of WNBA basketball. So
yeah, like
shut up.
Yeah.
Like,
Come on.
Yeah.
And
anyway.
like, it was I think I saw something like the WNBA last year brought in $60 million, which is a new high for them. And then like meanwhile the NBA brought in 10 billion.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, this is why they pay the players.
Yes.
Your product brings in money, and then you pay the players.
Yes.
Like it's
simple economics.
Yeah. And people are people are only big mad about this just because like they finally like fucking care.
Yes.
Like they see that Caitlin Clark, the good player that everyone loves to watch, and like, oh, I can't believe she's only getting paid this. This is how it works. This is fucking reality.
Watch the games, and they might get paid a little bit more.
Yeah, if that's such a big thing.
I'm not mad. Like, I'm probably not going to watch many games, but I'm not mad about it. So
yeah,
I feel like I get a pass.
It's not my problem. I'm not gonna.
Yeah. I'll probably watch my one WNBA game a year. That one day in the MLB All-Star break, when they're the only sport that's playing in America. That might be my yearly day when I watch the WNBA.
I need to WNBA schedule makers need to listen to this. Put Caitlin Clark on that one day during the MLB All-Star.
Oh, if they don't, like, what are you doing?
Yeah. What team does she get drafted by?
The Indiana Fever.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
It's not a great name.
Indiana.
I mean, none of them are really great. Like, none of the WNBA. New York Liberty, though, is a great name. Other than that, no.
Yeah.
Do you want these numbers,
Sean,
Will?
you got it?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
So in her 4-year rookie contract, she'll make $338,000 in
Total?
4 years. In 4 years. This year she's getting paid $76,500.
In Indiana, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I look at those numbers and I'm kind of like, I would do that job. Like,
I'll play in the WNBA.
Because it's
I would play in the WNBA for this. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the NBA. I play in the WNBA.
That's just coming from me though. But I look at those numbers, I'm like, more than I make. So like,
I mean, she's gonna sign a shoe deal that's worth like.
Oh yeah, she's gonna make far more money off the court than she ever will on.
I mean,
that's a guarantee.
I said it like 3 weeks ago. I was like, the WNBA is going to be her hobby.
Yeah, I'm not really worried about her finances. Like,
she's fine. Yeah,
she's gonna be fine. So
Yeah.
that's really my 2 cents on the matter.
I feel like every year, every other year it comes up. It's like they make no money. How is like this isn't fair? Why? Why
Go to
is
the
this?
games.
Because nobody cares. Now
Go to the
maybe people will
games.
care because you have someone who's like somewhat interesting. No offense, WNBA. But I mean,
But when people make man on the street videos like, would you like these courtside WNBA tickets or this
Or
$1?
that's my
And they take
favorite.
the dollar.
My favorite thing. Yeah, it's like, would you rather have your favorite WNBA team win the championship or have $5? That's so funny.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think
No, I'd rather take the dollar.
we as a podcast should band together and support women and just be big WNBA guys this summer.
I mean, dude, we're going on 3 weeks of talking about women's basketball in some way, shape, or form.
Season starts pretty soon.
Yeah, it's starting up. The draft was just like the other day.
I think we just pivot into a WNBA podcast in the summer.
In the NFL offseason.
Yeah. Well, until like the preseason, until
until things start to get important.
Yeah. Until like mini camp.
Until like men are at play.
Like, well, the Fever beat the Lynx by a score of whatever. Anyway, did you see that fade Will Levis threw to NWI wearing shorts the other day? Wild stuff, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I think that's it for Caitlin Clark's contract. Just go play for Ice Cube.
Yeah, honestly.
Not that hard. Not that hard.
I saw that big threes coming through to Nashville.
Yeah.
It tours?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
I saw it on Instagram and I was like, oh.
Like, next. Live Golf is coming too. I've seen that pop up on my Instagram feed.
I've seen that too.
Oh, next.
Yeah, again, it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Where the fuck are they going to play?
When the arena football season starts.
Are they going to play in like the middle of the city? Like,
I mean, they're going to play at some golf course in Nashville. Oh. I forget where it was, but yeah, they're just going to play in the streets.
Yeah, well, that'd be fun. That'd be more interesting.
I'd watch that.
Yeah, this is Live Golf. They play by their own rules. So
yeah, who cares?
Yeah, just make it a circus. Like, stop trying to disguise it.
They have no laws to follow.
Stop trying to disguise it as a real sport. Play in the middle of Nashville rush hour for my amusement.
Go on. Play.
Dance for me, Brooks Koepka. 5-time major winner. Dance.
Yes, sir. I'll do anything you want. Okay.
Let's
one last thing before Chris's UFL gambling corner. Shout out OJ.
Oh, in what way? For dying?
What?
Yeah.
Like, shout out that he died?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The running back?
Yes. He ran for over 2,000 yards in 14
games. Insane. Not a bad actor either.
He was in those Naked Gun movies.
He was also acquitted of murder.
What?
Everything we have said has been a true statement, so nobody can get mad. He ran for 2,000 yards in 14 games. He went to prison
for 9 years.
Yes, he did that as well. He was in Naked
That's a totally separate crime.
He was acquitted of murder. Everything we have said, and he is dead.
Was that on the news?
The trial?
That when he was acquitted for murder, was that on the news?
I don't think so. I think that was like back page stuff. Nobody cared.
I don't really remember hearing about that.
Yeah.
That's
Nobody
crazy.
was definitely watching about that.
Nobody cared.
I just know that he's the only quarterback to rush for 2,000 yards in 14 games. So,
Running back.
Running back.
Messing up his eulogy.
I don't like that. That's what you're gonna call it, but
I mean,
Man, he would just
stating
kill
facts.
defenders in the backfield every day, every game. Just kill them.
he would.
Just murder them in cold blood.
I mean, fuck that guy though, right? Like, yeah.
I mean, yeah. Let's get this on the record. Bad guy.
Yeah, bad guy.
We can all agree. Okay. Also funny to make fun
of. Not chill what he did.
Also, established author.
From his acclaimed book, If I Had Done It. If I had done it.
I did it.
And then I think in the book he just describes the murder perfectly. She's like, this is what I would have done.
His
like, yeah, they
hey, Juice. Not sure if you've looked at this, but a few details are matching up. You want to maybe edit that? Nah, it's fine. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Imagine he's not a man you want to cross.
I don't. All right, let's
because
move
of the
on.
murder and
the OJ.
Speaking of OJ, football.
Yeah.
All right.
Great transition. Love it.
Yes. UFL Week 4 Gambling Corner. We're still doing this. 2-6 on the year.
Sorry.
We'll
I know it hurts. I know it hurts, but
1-0 in my last one. That's all that matters.
There you go.
So let's dive into it. Four plays for winners, maybe. We'll see. All right. We'll start out.
4 plays.
4 plays. Showboats plus 7.5 against the St. Louis Battlehawks. Battlehawks have not beaten a team by more than a touchdown, or more than 7, I should say, all year. They beat the Brahmas last week by 7. The Brahmas quarterback got hurt towards the end of the game. Then they pulled away. So I think Showboats keep within the number. Stallions -8 against the DC Defenders. All my notes I have written down. DC is terrible. Stallions -8. Legitimately, the Stallions are very good. They're probably going to win the whole thing. Give me -8. They're going to whomp them. Panthers money line against the Brahmas. Brahmas quarterback is hurt on IR. Panthers are sneaky, really good. So give me Panthers money line. It's a pretty short spread at time of recording. I think they're favored by like 1.5. So I'm just going to take the money line because I don't want to get screwed like I did in week 2. Last game, Renegades -3 against who are they playing? Oh yeah, my former favorite team, the Houston Roughnecks.
Why are they your former team, Chris?
Because their starting quarterback now is Jarrett Garantano, and
what pain has he caused you? A Tennessee Volunteers fan.
So much. I promised myself I would never root for another team that man is on as long as I live. I honestly never thought it'd come up because I don't live in Europe and I don't care about what football they play over there. But here he is. he's back. Haunting my life. So more great notes I have written down. Renegades -3, both teams are terrible. Arlington less terrible. Arlington -3. The Roughnecks have been stomped by pretty much everyone they played. So Renegades -3.
Do you think it's because Jared Garantano is their starting quarterback? Tano, sorry.
Well, I don't acknowledge that is his name because he didn't tell us that until his senior year. But yeah, that might have something to do with it. God, I hate him so much. Yeah, Renegades -3. That's the card. If you know what, I said I was going to bet every game. I guess I have to do that.
You gotta keep. You did it last year. You have to
Yeah,
keep
but I
it.
was
You have to
actually
keep it
kind of
going.
good at it last year.
It's still early. It's week 3 or 4.
Week
I don't remember.
I didn't bet week 1 because I was watching college basketball.
Oh, well.
It was like
No one really blames you there.
Yeah, the first week was like the Sweet 16. Like great marketing.
Yeah, right.
That's some MLB level marketing.
Well, Chris, I just took all your picks, so I'm riding again.
God bless you.
So
Yeah, ride if
let's
you're loyal.
do let's do a little better than last week. Just a little bit.
I can get to 2-2. I'll consider it a decent week.
Okay, yeah, I would too, honestly. Just asking for a little bit. Just a little bit.
I had the under. Oh, who is it? It was like Panthers. I don't even remember who they were playing last week. Whoever they were playing, I had the under. It was the first game on Sunday. Started at 11, and I watched the first half, and it was right about like the halfway part of the total. I was like, okay, let's just pump the brakes. Second half will be fine. I went did family things during the second half. I checked the score. It went over by like 20.
Jesus.
Like one team beat it. I think the Panthers beat it on their own.
Ugh, that
Yeah.
sucks.
But yeah, but
Cool.
we're winning this week. I feel
Yeah. We ride.
good feeling.
Will, do you want to close
vibes.
this out? Positive
Yes.
vibes.
Positive vibes.
Positive vibe only. Please like, comment, subscribe. Really helps us out. Any way you interact with this. Check out the Trend Center app. Link in the bio for a free trial. Normal trial is 2 days. This free trial is through our link is 2 weeks. Great tool for betting the MLB because that's going to be coming around here. Well, I mean it's already here, but we'll be in the thick of the season soon. But yeah, we'll check back next week. We'll have some playoff basketball and some playoff hockey. There's 3 of us. Now let's make some money.